With fairy tales like Little Red Robin Hood and sayings like a wolf in sheep's clothing, wolves are often cast as the villain. After having analyzed nearly 100 reported wolf attacks, however, Mark E. McNay states there have been no reliable, North American accounts of wolf attacks resulting in human death throughout the entire 20th century. So, it would seem that wolves aren't as dangerous as we might think. Sometimes, they may even be the victims. In March of 2016, a wild wolf was hit by a car in the Israeli countryside outskirts. Instead of stopping to see if the animal was okay, or even calling someone for help, the driver fled the scene, leaving the poor wolf to die by itself. As the wolf did its best to limp down the road, someone spotted the injured dog and decided they needed to help. The angelic strangers took the dog under their wings, bringing it to a veterinarian who would ultimately save its life. When the wolf got to the vet, it was nicknamed Oliel. And boy, was he scared after everything he had been through. The veterinarians examined the wolf's leg, discovering that it had been broken by the careless driver. Emergency surgery was required to fix it. So, Oliel was anesthetized while veterinarian surgeons put his leg back together. But that was only the beginning for poor Oliel. He still had a long way to go before he was ready to be released back into the wild. He would need to be healthy enough to catch prey, and the vets would need to make sure that all of his injuries had healed correctly. It took 4 long months, but eventually, Oliel was strong enough to return to the wild. When it came time to get him into the cage though, he had no idea what was going on and was absolutely terrified. But he would find out soon enough. When the Oliel and the vets arrived at their destination, the box was removed from the truck and placed on the ground. The vets then opened the cage and waited, and after a few seconds, Oliel finally understands. You can almost hear him shouting, "I'm home." Thankfully, despite the driver's heartless actions, Oliel the wolf was able to return to the wild and live his life as before. But were it not for the angelic people who brought him to the vet, he likely would not have survived. The next time you see an injured animal or person, please stop to help, because it only takes a moment to potentially save a life.